The stars stretched endlessly in the void, their cold light illuminating the massive alien armada. At the heart of the fleet, Commander Zyrak, a being of towering stature and intricate bioluminescent markings, addressed his officers. His voice carried an air of supreme confidence, underpinned by centuries of unchallenged conquests. Earth, he began, his tone dripping with disdain, a backwater rock, home to a primitive species that still uses combustion engines. Their tools are crude, their strategies predictable. This will be over before the next cycle. The officers nodded, their expressions smug. The Zorynthian Empire had crushed countless civilizations, each one falling with the inevitability of gravity. Their weapons, precision plasma arrays, gravitational singularity bombs, and living bioweapons, were unparalleled. They prided themselves on efficiency, never wasting more effort than necessary. Reports streamed in from the first wave of scouts. Images of Earth's defenses flickered across the war table. Missile silos, fighter jets, and tanks. Zyrak sneered. "Is this their idea of resistance?" he asked, prompting a ripple of laughter. The scout leader, however, hesitated. "Commander, their technology may appear rudimentary, but their systems are unique. They are not entirely predictable." Zyrak's gaze hardened. "Unique? How so?" "They integrate simplicity with redundancy," the scout explained. "Their machines are inelegant, but resilient. They seem designed to function even under extreme duress." "Fascinating," Zyrak said, though his tone suggested otherwise. "A nuisance at best. Proceed with the initial strike." The fleet descended upon Earth like a metallic storm, cutting through the planet's atmosphere with precision. Alien warships hovered ominously over key cities, their sleek forms casting shadows over sprawling metropolises. The first volleys were devastating. Energy beams reduced military outposts to molten craters. Civilian centers were spared. Zyrak saw no honor in indiscriminate slaughter. Conquest was a surgical art, and Earth was to be pacified, not annihilated. In the war room, Zyrak observed the operation unfold. Streams of data showed minimal resistance. Human fighter jets were swatted out of the sky with ease. Armored divisions proved laughably ineffective against the alien walkers. It was a symphony of dominance, each note a testament to Zorynthian superiority. Yet, as the invasion progressed, anomalies began to emerge. A squadron of alien drones was unexpectedly neutralized over a desolate region. No apparent weaponry had been used, yet the machines had simply fallen from the sky. Zyrak frowned, his irritation barely concealed. "Explain," he demanded. "An electromagnetic pulse," an officer replied. "Crude but effective." Zyrak leaned back, his confidence unshaken. "Isolated ingenuity. It will not save them." Still, there was a lingering unease in the war room. Reports continued to trickle in. Radar disruptions, strange interference patterns, and unexpected losses in skirmishes. The humans, it seemed, were not retreating. They were adapting. "Prepare for escalation," Zyrak ordered, his voice sharp. "This planet may prove a more interesting conquest than anticipated." The officers complied, but a shadow of doubt crept into the atmosphere. For the first time in decades, the Zorynthian war machine had encountered a resistance that defied simple categorization. The battlefield had shifted. What had begun as a calculated invasion had spiraled into a chaotic war of attrition. Zyrak stood in his command chamber, reviewing the escalating failures. Alien fleets were losing skirmishes they should have dominated, and human counterattacks were becoming increasingly coordinated. "Commander," an officer reported, his voice hesitant, "their resistance is escalating. They are integrating tactics and technology we have never encountered." Zyrak scowled. "Explain." "They've begun deploying hybrid weaponry. It appears they are reverse engineering components from our down vessels. Plasma-infused railguns, energy shielding on vehicles, even handheld particle disruptors. Rudimentary but functional." The report unsettled the room. The Zorynthian military had always relied on their technological superiority to maintain dominance. The idea that a species as primitive as humanity could repurpose their advanced systems so quickly bordered on unthinkable. On Earth, human ingenuity was on full display. Engineers, scientists, and soldiers worked tirelessly in underground bunkers and mobile laboratories. Captured alien tech was disassembled, analyzed, and reassembled into new forms. The learning curve was steep, but humanity was climbing it with astonishing speed. Human forces also employed unorthodox tactics that confounded the alien command structure. Cyberattacks launched by AI systems infiltrated alien battle networks, disrupting communications and feeding false data into their systems. Alien units would often advance into carefully laid traps, believing they were targeting critical facilities only to find themselves ambushed by coordinated human forces. In one striking engagement, human guerrilla fighters lured an alien armored division into a dense urban environment. Using portable EMP devices and camouflage netting, they systematically disabled alien walkers and cut off their retreat. The captured technology was immediately shipped to hidden research sites, fueling humanity's growing arsenal. Zyrak's officers grew increasingly restless. The humans were using unpredictability as a weapon, exploiting the aliens' reliance on structured hierarchies and pre-planned strategies. The aliens, bound by protocol, struggled to adapt to the fluid, decentralized nature of human resistance. "They fight like a swarm," one officer muttered. "No central node, no clear pattern." Aesthetic. Zyrak slammed a fist onto the console. "Chaos is not strength. It's desperation. And it will end." But deep down he knew the officer was right. Humanity's chaos was proving impossible to control. Where other civilizations had crumbled under the weight of alien precision, humanity thrived, using every setback as an opportunity to innovate. The next battle was a grim testament to this adaptability. The Zorynthian fleet deployed cloaked units, designed to infiltrate human defenses undetected. But the humans anticipated this. Using heat-sensing drones and wide-spectrum radar arrays, they detected the cloaked units and neutralized them before they could inflict any damage. Zyrak watched the reports in growing disbelief. The humans had anticipated one of their most advanced strategies and countered it with technology that barely qualified as modern. "Commander," another officer said quietly, "their rate of adaptation is unprecedented. They're not just fighting, they're learning faster than we can respond." For the first time in centuries, Zyrak felt the unfamiliar grip of fear. Humanity was no longer an obstacle. They were becoming a threat.